kids. I'm Grandpa Hester, and this week the boys in Orange Hat are on vacation. So I'm rearranging, I'm messing around here because this place is a mess. All this crap like this with all these buttons, I don't understand. There's a bit. We're gonna, excuse me here. Some stuff going on. Good old-fashioned ragtime piano. And I don't even know, whoa! Jeez. Anyway, we're gonna show some videos this week. I guess I show them every week, but this time I get to choose them. We got a whole stack here. Well, we got Robert Palmer. That's the one with the women. I think I'll be keeping that one. We have stuff I can't pronounce. Right here. Oh, this is it. We got a Orange Hat video they told me to show. This is from their CD Pufferfish. I don't know what that is. Anyway, this is a video. This is from their movie The Psychedelic Elevator. So let's just pop that in right on down here. I'm gonna try.
My mood ring is such a cynical hue. My optimism's black and blue. The colors changing as my thoughts float thick as glue. My mood ring is reaching critical mass. My thoughts become a looking glass. See what I'm thinking, and I know I shouldn't ask. And in my mind, the words a happy holiday. And in time, the colors of my mood ring keep leading me astray. Cream's the color uninspiring. Green's the smoke from my misfirings. Red's the burning ember where my umber used to be. And if I had time, I'd get myself so far away I can't hide. The colors of my mood ring are giving me away. And in my mind, words a happy holiday. There's no time. The colors of my mood ring leading me astray. My mood ring could be bipolar. It goes nuts when there's a solar flare. I shouldn't worry about things that are not there. My mood ring's overheating. Disasters come in pairs. I'm running from the colors of my mood ring. My mood ring. My mood ring.
So that was whatever that was. Anyway, this is a studio here. It looks like a junk pile is what it looks like, but Orange Hat actually records some of their stuff in here. This is called the purple camel light. This camel lights up. That's pretty funny. You'd think these kids are working on the set of Sesame Street with all this kids crap they got around here. This thing, Hercules, the guy from Space 1999, Boston Space, whatever. God only knows what that is. And squids. Anyway, what I'm here to talk about, we've got, they put out a cassette years ago called Port, and features, I don't know, Terry Garr in their underwear, I think something like that. Port. This was called the Port cassette. These boys are sick, and we're gonna see one of their little sick flicks right now. So y'all enjoy it.
This is the story of a man named Jed, a poor mountaineer, barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food. Up from the ground came a bubbling crude oil, that is black gold. Texas tea! We didn't start the fire, but it's always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, but it's always burning since that world's been turning. Next thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. Again, folks said, Jed, move away from there. They said, California is the place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is, swimming pools, movie stars. We didn't start the fire, but it's always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, but it's always burning since that world's been turning. Two all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Hold the pickles, hold the lettuce, special orders don't upset us. All we ask is that you let us serve it your way. We didn't start the fire, but it's always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, but it's always burning since that world's been turning. We didn't start the fire, but it's always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start that fire.
You hear music? I keep hearing talk about this thing called the Goo Room, but I'm hearing music coming out of here, under here somewhere, so follow me to the Goo Room!
When I was a child, I fell out of a tree. It took hours to hit the ground. The sky let go, and gravity pulled me down. Now I'm cartoon dead, I have X's for eyes. It pleases me to no end. I've waited 4 years to walk around in black and white. Every night I up early in the morning, all the things I dream the night before are swimming in my head. Wake up early in the morning, all the things I dream the night before are swimming in my head. I open my mouth, the words that I speak are just balloons above my head. Will they burst in the air or float away into the atmosphere?
Alright, I'm older than most of you kids out there, so I'm going to explain something to you. The next video we're going to see is actually not a video, it was a film. And people say, what's the difference? Well, I'll tell you, video is a tape and film is made out of film. This is called Super 8 film, 8mm, and it actually goes through a projector like in the theater. It's filmed with one of these little cameras here, and what you're going to see was done one frame at a time here. So it's time for movies, kids. Let's get it out. Woo! Woo! It's off to the movie. Oh, hey, that's not moonshine, that's iced tea here in my orange hat coffee mug. Hi, I'm Grandpa Hester. I'm grandfather to all 4 members of Orange Hat. And next thing, I'm here because they're on vacation this week and I'm showing videos. And I'm going to show you a video from this album. I think it's one of these metal-looking records called Pufferfish by Orange Hat. So let's look at the video and see what's going on here. Woo!
I'm sculpted and the remains at the other side of the sea. Show a what It said, I'll see through your skin. And the telescope train on the microscope revealed a man at actual size. It said, my nose are sealed. I'm the visible man. I'm the visible man. I'm the visible man. I'm the visible man. All the surveillance films show me motionless as the walls are closing in. The heartbeats in my chest. If you fingerprint my coffee cup or gas my face in lead or plaster, you don't need my mind that I am losing. Oh, my burn, I've got this apple. I'm the visible man. I'm the visible man. I'm the visible man. I'm the visible man. I'm the visible. Drop the fun, you got me pegged on. Missed a beat on end of legs. I'm the visible man. I'm the visible man. I'm the visible man. I shout, and therefore I am. I'm the visible man. I'm the visible man. You're drinking big.
Let me tell you a little bit about my grandchildren. We got a picture from Rock City a little while back here. So we got doing the Humpty Dumpty bit here. Kids, it's time for nursery rhymes. These nursery rhymes are the kind that require a little assistance, if you know what I'm talking about. So we're gonna try to, if you can put the 3D glasses on the camera somehow there, and we're gonna, this is an actual record. On the old Victrola, I'm gonna cue her up. Get ready. Woo. Woo. Ah.
Well, I feel like Humpty Dumpty, but they put me back together all wrong. I'm wobbling like a weeble, feeling fried and mangled from these eggshells that I'm walking on. I feel like Eddie Albert, and everyone is able to board. And when I turn to touch her, she turns into Mr. Drucker. Now I'm jonesing at the general store, and I don't see what possesses you to freak at the drop of a hat. Cracking is your natural defense. I feel like the creep of the decade. Everybody's staring in awe. Isn't it enough that it's up there sweating buckets while you're staring at the voice in the box? And you don't see what possesses me to freak. It's easier. Cracking is your natural defense. Now I fall in slow motion. The ground will see I'm crushed. like Humpty Dumpty. I feel like Humpty Dumpty. Yeah, yeah.
Anyhow, hello again. I'm Grandpa Hester, grandpa to these 4 lovely boys in orange hat. This next song is not on their CD or cassettes or videos or whatever. I guess there is a video, but this is an old-timey record, and this cover requires 3D glasses, and because it's a red and blue record that's gonna look funky, and we're gonna put it on the old Victrola over here. This is what they used to call records back in the old days. Records. 45 RPM. That's how fast this Victrola spins. That's what all that refers to, kids. Right there. And we're gonna put it right down here, and we're gonna... Oh.
Brain be gone. World to be. I'm a brain with no energy, shaken by entropy. Blame to none. I would be free from the pull of the magnets to drown in entropy. I was squirming in fear despite the news from my rise and calm. Now I'm starting to tear the goo from my hearty bones. It's all tough when you find you receive misdirection from the map you read. Now I'm only trying to get a happy head. Change dissolve and my person flee, while the hangman of ego is waiting for entropy. I was squirming in fear despite the news from my rise and calm. Now I'm starting to tear the goo from my hearty bone. It's all tough when you find you receive misdirection from the map you read. Now I'm only trying to get a happy head. Brain be gone. Woe to me. Chained to the magnets, I'm looking for outer peace. A frame with no energy to drown in entropy.
Alright, kids, well, that wraps it up for another exciting episode of the Orange Hat Hour. We're gonna be back next week. I'm not gonna be back because the boys are coming back to take over the roost, and I'm going back to the nursing home in the Kentucky Hills. Woo! So, take your 3D glasses and just wait for next week. And I'm Grandpa Hester signing out, and y'all have a pleasant tomorrow, and be nice to a bumblebee, whatever the hell, and good night. Woo!
Doctor, he's losing time. Get the sandals off his feet. Long hairs, get off my golf course. Transformation is complete. I don't have a skateboard, and that's not a crime. PeopleTV.